contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness.
Toby Maguire got bit by a spider, but see, me, it was a goat. If you want space, I hope you take your helmet off soon as you get up to Venus and choke. I'm on a mission, won't hang by your rope, so seeing the vision won't follow the trope. Common a moniker, raising my power level, people sleeping on me, now they woke.
Content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness.
Toby Maguire got bit by a spider, but see, me, it was a goat. If you want space, I hope you take your helmet off soon as you get up to Venus and choke. I'm on a mission, won't hang by your rope, so seeing the vision won't follow the trope. Common a moniker, raising my power level, people sleeping on me, now they woke.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy, yo, Kimmy, look, however you want to call me, because of what's going on.
You
We're lit. How you doing, cuz? What's going on with you?
same old shit, just a different day. It's Wednesday, so you already know how Low Key TV Live is giving it up, about to dive into the fucking things.
Yes, sir. So with that being said, man, we're not gonna stay too long. Let's go straight to it, man. We have a young man. He killed. Oh man, I hate reporting on or we have having commentary like that, but you know that's what people like. So we gotta give people what they want. So this young man, he killed his mother and 7 family members. So with that being said, let's go straight to it so we can have full context.
There you go.
Story of Romeo Nance. To the justice system, with a history robbery and a shooting incident. On a fateful Sunday in January 2024, he would go on a deadly rampage, taking the lives of 7 of his closest family members, including his sister and his mother, who were seen. Story of Romeo Nance, a 23-year-old man who unleashed a shocking wave of violence that left 8 people dead in Joliet, Illinois. Romeo was no stranger to the criminal justice system, with a history of violent offenses including armed robbery and a shooting incident. On a fateful Sunday in January 2024, he would go on a deadly rampage, taking the lives of 7 of his closest family members, including his sister and his mother, who were seen previously on body cam footage fighting against his arrest. He would also take the life of an innocent bystander. What drove this young man to commit such a heinous act? Welcome to Viral Crime.
No, this young man, I think he was really he was mad.
Oh.
He was very violent, like, but then again,
that's crazy. This is already a lot. Go ahead. Yeah, this is already a lot. Damn.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. We see it didn't even start yet.
It didn't even start yet.
Yeah, as crazy as that sounds, people don't understand, like, young man, when they enraged like that, a lot of people don't understand. Some people just can't control themselves.
Yeah.
And a tight-knit community. Known for its lively neighborhoods and strong sense of community, Joliet was shocked when it became the backdrop for a chilling series of events that forever changed the lives of many. Romeo Nance, the central figure in this tragic tale, was a 23-year-old man who grew up in Joliet. Romeo had a troubled side that few saw. He worked various jobs, but none were stable or long-term. Romeo was often in and out of employment, which added to his growing frustrations. He had a 3-year-old son with his longtime girlfriend, Kylie Cleveland. Though he tried to be a good father, his erratic behavior and unstable lifestyle often overshadowed his efforts. He had a history of minor run-ins with the law, nothing that hinted at the horrific acts he would eventually commit. His personality was a mix of warmth and volatility, a combination that kept those around him on edge. But Romeo Nance's life took a dark and unexpected turn that no one saw coming. On January 21, 2024, Sunday, a series of horrific events unfolded in Joliet, Illinois, forever altering the community's sense of safety and peace. It was a day that started like any other but ended in unimaginable tragedy. That Sunday began with a normal morning in the 2200 block of West Acres Road, where Romeo's family lived in 2 separate houses. The tranquility of the neighborhood was shattered when Romeo began a killing spree that would leave 7 of his relatives dead. Inside one of the houses, he brutally murdered his mother, 47-year-old Tamika Nance, and his uncle, 35-year-old William Esters. In the second house, the carnage continued as he took the lives of his 3 sisters. 20-year-old Alexandria Nance, 16-year-old Alana Nance, and 14-year-old Angel Nance. Also among the dead were his aunt, 38-year-old Christine Esters, and his brother, 31-year-old Joshua Nance. News of the murders spread quickly, sending shockwaves through Joliet and beyond. The community was horrified as details emerged about the extent of the violence. The Will County Sheriff's Office launched a manhunt for Romeo, who had fled the scene. They conducted surveillance and knocked on doors, piecing together the timeline of the brutal attacks.
Multiple people have been found dead in 2 separate homes.
Right now, there's a manhunt underway for a man believed to be connected to the shootings. Let's get right to the picture of the man police are looking for. He is Romeo Nance, and he is considered armed and dangerous, about 23 years old. If you see him, do not approach him. Immediately call police. Joliet police are familiar with Romeo Nance, who has a history with them. Nance is believed to be driving this car. It's a red Toyota Camry with a license plate Q730412. I repeat, Q730412. Now, this is video from the scene of the 2200 block of West Acres Road, 1 block from Ascension St. Joseph Hospital. Again, police tell us they have multiple gunshot victims there in 2 separate homes. We can tell you from Nance's prior arrest that he also listed an address on that street, same block, the 2200 block, as his home address when he was arrested for aggravated discharge of a weapon involving a woman back in 2023. Here's his picture again. Court records indicate Nance was out.
Yeah, go ahead, Kaza.
Is this from where King Von's from? Because I heard 2100 block.
Oh,
Like,
no,
where's
that was
this
Illinois.
place at?
No, this is not Chicago.
Oh, okay, go ahead. That is crazy.
Out on bond for-
Oh, fucking family.
Yeah, his mom and 7 other family members.
That is wild.
Only
This
thing I
might be
can
the craziest one we done covered so far.
Yeah. Yeah, insane, man.
Night, one of which was fatal.
As investigators worked tirelessly, they discovered that Romeo's violence was not confined to his family. Around the same time as the family murders, he randomly shot 2 men in separate incidents. One victim, 28-year-old Toyosi Baka, was killed near the Pheasant Run Apartments in Joliet Township. The other victim, a 42-year-old man, was shot on Davis Street but survived his injuries. These random acts of violence added another layer of fear and confusion to an already chaotic situation. But there was an accomplice of Romeo in these heinous crimes. During the investigation, it was revealed that John Hanson, a longtime friend and associate, was present with Romeo during the shooting incidents. By Monday, January 22, authorities had identified Romeo as the primary suspect in both the family murders and the random shootings, and John Hanson as an accomplice. The urgency to capture Romeo intensified as news broke that he had fled to Texas. Law enforcement agencies, including the U.S. Marshals, joined the search, tracking his movements across state lines. On January 23, 2024, the manhunt came to a tragic end. Romeo was located outside a gas station in Natalia, Texas. A confrontation with Texas law enforcement ensued, and as officers closed in, Romeo ended his own life with a gun.
We just learned in the last few minutes, Joe.
Yeah, shit. Damn, bro. I don't even know what to say. I honestly don't even know what to say. Cause I can't even relate to shit like that. I don't know. You know, sometimes you trying to read people's mind and pretty much trying to understand, trying to make sense out of this. I don't know, man. I can't even think. Cause me, I'm a videographer, so you know me, I'm a videographer. Sometimes, you know, when somebody explains something to you, you gotta get through the mind and then understand the vision, what they're trying to tell you. But this shit right here, I don't understand it.
Were there any signs?
Yes. What's going on, my brother Smith?
Yo, Ron. And yeah, this is that. Like, family is really hard. So
Yeah. I can't even get through his mind to understand this shit. Cause that makes
it
no
was
sense.
probably high. That's the only thing that makes he was on drugs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Cause I don't
So they
understand.
would trigger him that day to kill his family.
Yeah, and it feels like his mom was really tolerant. They were like tolerant people. You know, it can't do no wrong.
Well, you
And
know, shit don't just happen overnight. You get what
exactly.
I'm saying?
True,
So
true.
he's had to exhibit maybe some violent behavior towards his loved ones before in the past, and they just wrote it
They
off
didn't
as too
treat it.
bad. You get what I'm saying? They just let him like, oh, that's just Johnny. You feel me? He'll be okay tomorrow type of shit. But you can only hit the
Exactly.
ceiling so many times before the roof breaks.
Exactly. What's going on, Jay Quinn? We appreciate you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Peace and blessings. But yeah, that is insane. Another victim. So yeah, you're right. Definitely, you definitely right on that. That's insane. I can't. I don't understand it. Like I said, I'm a videographer. Sometimes I gotta get through the person's mind to understand the vision, but I don't get this one. I don't get it. Yeah, that might be the craziest one we covered so far.
That definitely is, because the first 15 seconds I learned that he killed his whole family,
Yeah,
and
the
then you
whole
know it.
family.
It
It's
had to be a
already.
tight knit family if both families stayed in two houses right next to each
Yeah, that's insane, man.
other. And imagine that funeral. Did they have all the funerals together? Like, that's just crazy.
Man,
That's wild. That is definitely the wildest story we've ever covered.
yo,
And I'm
oh,
literally like at a loss for words. And you know, I'm never. But this is just like I don't know what to say about this.
yeah, even me, yeah, I don't know, man. That's insane. But anyways, we have the next story. We have two young men. They're from Broward. They're using fake,
Broward.
they're using fake PS5 to pretty much put ads on OfferUp and then meet you and rob you. So with that being said, let's check out the story.
Jakari and Marcus. Does anybody know these two bugs? Well, if you do, they probably try to sell you a PS5. And then when you met them to buy it, they robbed you. Okay, so in Lauderhill, just recently, August, both of these guys were arrested for trying to sell PS5s that clearly was a scam. They did it through OfferUp. They would list the PS5, beautiful condition, nice shape, and then when an interested buyer would hit them up, yo man, I like it, can I meet you? They were like, yeah, no problem. And they would meet him at somewhere in Lauderhill, a parking lot. And I guess once the buyer took out the money to give it to them, that's when they would take the money and then pull a gun out and rob them.
Oh, Lord.
And just take off with the money. So the seller, at least they didn't get shot, they were able to get away. That's when the first victim, called law enforcement, and Lauderhill quickly launched an investigation. Well, days later, It all happened in July the 30th. So if you really think about it, these two guys, these young bucks, they only had about a month and 2 weeks of robbery and, scamming and trapping, right? When they tried, I think the second or third victim, they agreed to meet at, the buyer's house. However, once they got close, they told the buyer, listen, come to this parking lot. And when the buyer went to the parking lot, that's when the two guys with the gun when the whole little organization fell apart. Kari finally threw out.
Criminals nowadays, they so dumb, bro. How you gonna rob somebody and then ask for you ask money on Cash App, bro? Do you know they can just trace
track you?
All they gotta do, bro, get your tag, and they're gonna find you. They're gonna get
so when they held the second guy, at gunpoint, they got his Cash App.
Cash App. Send me $300 on Cash App.
Bitch, you just gave me your fingerprint. Basically, I'll gladly send it to you because now I can trace you. Here, I'll send you $4.
Oh my God!
Please don't shoot me.
That might be the dumbass criminal so far.
That is crazy.
Oh man.
Now they definitely up there with
that is insane, man. Send me $300 on Cash App. Oh man.
Agencies, both of these were found and arrested. So when they were brought back to the Lauderhill police station, they were being questioned by detectives, and finally both of them cracked under pressure. I think Grace, right, finally said, you know what? Yeah, I did it. It was me. And then one of them ratted the other out and said, yeah, he did it. Yeah, you know what? I was just following his lead. And boom, now both of them has been transported to the Broward County main jail where they await charges. This is why I tell all you young YNSs, don't scam, don't trap. I know you want to get your street credibility up and you want to make your quick money. Hey, but you make a couple thousand, maybe 1,000, 2,000. How much money in bond are you going to pay in a lawyer to get your ass out of jail? It's going to cost more than that.
That is insane, man.
That's what you gotta do stuff by yourself.
Oh my God, that's insane, bro. It's the Cash App for me.
This is definitely the Cash App. And then they were young. How old were these people?
About 15, 16.
Yeah, they were young. Hopefully this doesn't fuck the rest of their lives up. But,
man.
Did they get charged or anything?
Nowadays, you can't even commit crimes, bro. You got cameras everywhere. Everywhere you go, you got a camera right there.
You can't commit them with the next person either.
No, man. That's insane, bro. That's the worst time to do crimes, bro. The worst time. But anyways, we have the next story, the last story, man. We have a young mom. She murdered by her ex. So with that being said, let's check out the story.
A horrific murder out of Indiana when a young mother is found shot in the head and the father of one of her children is charged with the gruesome murder.
Clearly, this is a case where he knew exactly what he was doing. He planned it out. He thought it out.
On Saturday, August 10th, 25-year-old Caitlin Lee was making a TikTok video with a friend inside her apartment. According to police.
Hold on. We gotta read this. That is very interesting what you said. Yeah, destroy the father, isolate the mother. Man, you nailed it. With the child and yes, you nailed it.
Hello. Facts.
You definitely you nailed it because see, even me, like I said, I'm not gonna put my business out there, but yeah, I'm the victim of what you just said. You definitely right on that. You nailed it.
Suddenly, she heard a bang on the window. That banging allegedly came from Caitlin's ex-boyfriend, Joshua Thompson, who she shares a 1-year-old son with. But what started as making a fun TikTok with a friend would turn into a deadly tragedy. According to court filings, when Caitlin saw Thompson, she asked, "What are you doing here?" But her friend told investigators in the midst of that question, that's when she noticed the man who was identified as Thompson aiming a gun at the window. He allegedly fired off 2 to 3 shots, which hit Caitlin. Court documents would reveal more horrific details. According to the filing, the murder was captured on the TikTok video. Investigators say when they reviewed the video, it showed Caitlin and her friend laughing and lip syncing to a song before the fatal shooting. Police say when Caitlin was hit, her body fell out of view and smoke was hanging in the room before the video shut off. After the shooting, Thompson fled but left the gun on the ground outside the window. Police say after the murder, Thompson called his brother crying and distraught and confessed that he shot Caitlin in the head, killing her. Thompson's brother reportedly told him to call police and tell them what happened. Thompson revealed to authorities he was in the area for about half an hour before walking to the back of the window and looking inside. He said he spotted his ex-girlfriend by looking through a gap in the blinds at the bottom of the kitchen window and seeing both Caitlin and her friend dancing. Police say Thompson confessed to knocking on the window with the barrel of the gun, causing it to break and shooting Caitlin. And new details just released would reveal more insight into how and why this shocking murder occurred. When speaking to authorities, Thompson reportedly admitted to driving to Caitlin's friend's apartment because he wanted to see if she was there with other men. Caitlin's friend who witnessed the murder told officers Thompson and Caitlin had a toxic relationship and were always at odds with each other. Her friend said Caitlin told her at one point if she were ever found dead, it would be Thompson who killed her. According to a report by WAVE, Caitlin's aunt described how her niece had moved 3 times in the last 4 months, all in efforts to stay away from Thompson after their relationship ended violently. Caitlin's aunt described to the outlet that in April of this year, Thompson allegedly beat Caitlin to the point she was black and blue, and Thompson was previously arrested for the beating. That's when officials issued the emergency protective order. Thompson allegedly acknowledged to police that he was aware of the emergency protective order against him, but chose instead to violate the order. Well, here to join me to discuss more about this case is therapist, trauma expert, and the author of Stolen.
Smith, we appreciate you, my brother. We appreciate you for tuning in. We appreciate that. But yeah, man. Man, I got a lot to say about on this topic, bro. Young man, bro, leave.
That's crazy.
Leave,
Yeah,
man, leave, bro. Listen, it's hard. I know it's hard, man. I know the attachment. You feel like you attached, but bro, I know it's hard. When things like that happen, when you see you with your ex or whatever, you're not with the person no more. Don't stop her, man. Just leave, bro. It's hard.
Yeah,
Go to the gym.
there's nothing.
Go work out, man.
Yeah,
just leave.
Yeah, get her attention in another way. Don't be that guy that's knocking on windows, following motherfuckers.
Bro, just leave, man.
That doesn't do anything but drive you even more crazy.
I ain't gonna act like it's not hard, but when you leave, like 2 months later, man, you're gonna see, wow, that was the best decision of my life.
Bingo. Like then 2 months later, you're gonna be like, damn, I can't believe I felt like that about that person.
You feel me?
It's just in that moment. You get what I'm saying? We've been so conditioned, and this is why we also gotta watch what we're listening to. Because a lot of times I don't even listen to like songs that's like, oh, I can't live without you.
Exactly. Yes. I agree with you.
Like, I'm not even putting that in my spirit because it's like, nah, we are being brainwashed. Just like with this trap music and stuff that are killing people by the droves. Like these love songs that have you having somebody by the rope or two. Like you have to be crazy in love to not only did I not show up at your house, I showed up at your friend's house to make sure that you wasn't over there with no other guys. And you weren't over there with no other guys. And you were talking about you were tapping on the window and wow. No, you shot that girl. You already beat her black and blue. Whether you tapped on the window and it went off or not, you're not even supposed to be around this girl. This would have never happened if you would have been following that protective order. So lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. And for her to have a protective order, it's giving she tried to get away, and they said she moved 3 times.
Yes.
Yeah, he probably drew from the bag with that one because she got money to move 3 times. She was a keeper. Man.
Like, bro, you can't, bro. Just leave, man. It's not worth it.
It's fish in the sea. And my motto is, if I gotta put my hands on you, you don't belong to me. You are not mine. If you make me this upset, I need to get away. If you make me this upset, I need to get as far away from you as possible.
Exactly. But here's another thing too, right? Like for the ladies, like I don't know how that's gonna sound to other people, but bro, here's another thing. Just because you have a restraining order on somebody don't mean that the person can't do none to you. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know how it sounds. Then again, I don't know how it's gonna sound to other people. But I see a lot of women when they have this thing, they feel like, oh, I'm untouchable. No, no, no. You still gotta be careful. You still gotta move around correctly.
In childhoods. That's Sherry Botwin. Now, Sherry, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. This is truly a horrific case. The victim, Caitlin Lee, had an active
Evermore is the only vacation resort next to Walt Disney World that offers the comforts of a home with the perks of a
no contact order with the defendant. And even despite that, he found her at her friend's house while she was having a good time. She was making a TikTok video. She was dancing and lip syncing with her friend. And then he shot at her and killed her. What went through your mind when you were learning about this case?
One of the first things I thought about is even when there's a no contact order, unless there's somebody following the perpetrator around 24 hours a day, he can at any point find her, especially now there's so much technology where you can be stalked. And
the protective order, what is it? It's a piece of paper.
Exactly.
What is this going to do? This is not going to stop me. I wipe my ass with it.
Exactly. Like, but some people, they make it seem like, oh, I'm protected now. No, you can't be.
You still protective order against you. Yeah, you definitely got to be careful, especially if the man that already broke the law and beat the dog dust off you. What else is he capable of? And as we can see, what else he's capable of. This is why it's so important when you're in domestic situations to get out, because again, there's only so many times you can hit the ceiling before it breaks. Somebody is going to get seriously hurt.
Yeah.
And you lose two people. You lose one person to death, and then the other person going to prison. Like, you lose two people.
And the kids, it's 3 kids without a mom and father now.
Oh, they had kids together too?
Yes, they had 3, like 3 of them.
Then imagine having to live with that, knowing that your father killed your mother.
Killed your mom, yes.
Insane. That's crazy.
Not even know that someone is following you. So, again, what I thought about was there's all these laws that we have to try to protect people, especially in situations where there's domestic violence, but it's almost impossible in cases that involve intimate partner domestic violence, which is what I think this is, to really protect the victim in that case. And again, like you said, she was just going about her day, having a good time, and she lost her life because he was able to access her even with the no contact order.
Yeah. But here's the thing,
what stuck out to me was Thompson went over there with
this shit don't mean nothing.
So here's the thing, this man is crazy. Why are you going live on TikTok doing damn?
Do you feel me? And then again, I don't know how that's gonna sound to people.
But here's the thing, we're so worried about how things sound. We got to talk about what it did, even if it wasn't a lie.
Yeah, like I was saying, I don't know how it's gonna sound to a lot of people, but I already not say it. We're living in the pussy world right now. I already not say it.
But when you're in a situation where you're with somebody that's crazy, even if you post a 5-second video, a crazy person will see one thing and know exactly where you are.
True.
And you around here dancing like your baby daddy ain't crazy.
You feel me? Yeah.
Knowing that man is nuts.
Crazy.
A weapon. He spied on Caitlin through a window. So it doesn't seem like this was a heat of passion or anything. To me, it seemed like a premeditated murder. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think 100% premeditated. He even talked about that when he, because he reported himself, basically. He talked about how he went over, sort of like what he was thinking before. And again, in situations where there's so much emotional volatility, when there's domestic violence and it's partner relationship abuse, all that, whatever he's feeling, whether it's rage, jealousy, spite, if he's an unwell person and he is determined to do what he can to make that person go away, he's going to be able to do that unless he tells someone he's having these thoughts and that person can then help him not act on them. But clearly this is a case where he knew exactly what he was doing. He planned it out, he thought it out, and now he's going to lose the rest of his life behind bars. And now there's 3 children that are going to be without their mom. And how do you explain that to the children, that this person, your father, did this to your mother? It's just...
See, that's exactly what we was talking about, cause
yeah, you can't. Yeah. How do you explain it? And it almost be, you don't want to lie to the kids, but it almost be better than like both your parents died in a tragic car accident.
Exactly. Man, that is insane, man. And I talk to a lot of, man, I talk to a lot of young people, like younger people that be going through that. For some reason, I be just outside and people come talk to me about all this shit, that type of shit. And then sometimes I catch them at the right moment. You know, I pretty much tell them, hey, man, just leave it alone, man. Just like the way we talk on stream, I go ahead and give them details, like, bro, just pretty much tell them, hey, man, I've been through that. Let me tell you what I did. I'm not telling you to do the same thing, but here's what I did. I did this. And if you willing to work on yourself, just do this, and it might help you. But yeah, just leave it alone. I always tell them, leave it alone, man. It's not worth your life. But anyways, man, we're not gonna stay too long. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 p.m. we always live, man. We got Cuz out with me. And
yes, sir.
Come back with us. Tune back up with us Wednesday. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 p.m. we always live. Chicken, Mouse, Cuz I Can. We always live, man.
Hello. And one last thing before we hop off. If you're in a situation like this, it does not get better if work is not done. You need to separate, seek help, because you can have good days. You might have a good day here and there, and you might think it's all getting gravy. But once certain lines are crossed, the first time it's just easier. Once somebody puts their hands on you one time, it just gets easier and easier each time. So make sure y'all tune in and turn up with K-Maloki TV.